Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another Rage video, where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking a look at a video from Food Insider. Now, you might have heard that I've been trying to do some videos where I wanted to talk a bit more openly about sort of the reasons why I wanted to do dieting and the reasons why I've actually stuck to the task, as difficult as it was to go out of my way to lose excessive amounts of weight. And exactly, well, just to reiterate a point about why I am really doing this lifestyle for myself, I suppose. Some might say it's a little bit self-servant if I just said I'm just gonna do this because I'm doing it for me. But at the end of the day, I've got to take these things into consideration. It's my body. I should be able to do what I want with it. And what I want to do with it is to make it as good as I want it to be. I have enough respect for myself that I should be able to, just take care of my body. Like, know what I'm doing. Sometimes I get the feeling as if sometimes I don't really know what I'm doing. But I do. On some aspects I do. Other things, I have my head absolutely straight and my conscience is perfectly clear. But with all that being said and done, Food Insider apparently does this thing called Food Wars, which they compare foods from, well, mostly fast food joints from both the US and the UK chains of these stores. And the one we're taking a look at today is the one about KFC. You know, the last time I had a KFC, ladies and gentlemen? Earlier this evening. It was for my dinner. I had one of those original recipe rice boxes. A few months before this, ladies and gentlemen, when I would go down to KFC, and I usually only go down to KFC like once a month. This time, when I went later tonight, it had been like 7 weeks since I last went to one. I would have a rice box, and I would have one of those 4-piece chickens that are doused in Kansas or New Orleans sauce. Sometimes I'll get maybe a hot wing as well, or I think it's like 2 hot wings for 99p or stuff like that. And maybe if they had any sides, like maybe some beans or gravy. The point is that there was quite a lot I had. Tonight, I only had like the rice box and with the extra fillet inside, which comes to $5.55 or something like that, which is quite cheap actually for what it is, and that was all I had. And inside this fillet box, they may even explain it in the video, to be honest, you got like 2 fillets doused in sort of like a creamy sort of like mayo type sauce. It's very thin synthetic sort of stuff, kind of almost like, I don't really want to say like paint, but like a very thin sort of paint. You also get a lot of like rice, which basically is just like Uncle Ben's sort of rice. I think it's like Mexican rice just poured in there. You also get a lot of sweet corn, a lot of tomatoes, and a lot of lettuce leaves. I actually really, really like the fact that it's got so much vegetable sort of stuff in there. And it's all nice. It's all nice, but considering exactly the sort of things that go into fast food, I'm beginning to reevaluate this. I've made a promise that I would never ever eat a French fry ever again because of the amount of calories alone compared to a Big Mac is quite frankly one of the biggest like sort of curb stomps on common sense I've ever seen in my life. It's just I am not going to go near it. And I've been very, very hard on the fact that I'm just trying to avoid temptation as much as possible. Sometimes if I feel hungry, I'll just down so much water that it quenches my mind and it quenches my thirst and my hunger. So there's always that. But with all that being said and done, I think it's time to actually get started. So if you guys want to check out the original video, you know what to do.
From calorie count to portion sizes, we wanted to find out the difference between a US and a UK KFC.
Oh my god.
This is Food Wars. Now you can't actually get a small drink at a UK KFC. It starts at regular. This is what a regular drink looks like.
This is what a US regular looks like.
And this is what a large drink looks like.
And this is what a US large
Oh.
looks like.
That's not too bad, but oh, actually, yeah.
This is a regular fries, and this is a large fries.
There's not
Here's
much
the-
difference there, but to be fair, the fries at KFC never been their strong suit.
US regular, right? You want to go the next size up? This is the US large. Gosh! Look at how
That is
big
a-
that is. It's like 5 of those ones that he had.
Let's find out how much a large fries weighs in the UK.
Let's weigh our large fry. Oh man. Oh, they're packed in there, dude. Look at that. Is that
That's
everything?
nearly a third of a.
This is what a regular popcorn chicken looks like,
We have a large popcorn chicken.
and this is what a large popcorn chicken looks like.
And if you want to go even larger than the large, you can get yourself popcorn chicken box. Something for you and your buddies, I'm sure.
That just looks. Oh my goodness. I don't even. You know what's just so like occurred to me now the when I'm beginning to watch this, it's almost as if like they're trying to glamorize look how huge our portions are compared to the UK. That's what I feel like I'm doing. I feel like I'm giving these guys a platform to like say, just look at how huge our portions are, and I think it to say this says the least about the sort of people who might eat this sort of stuff. I mean, I couldn't imagine one person sitting down to eat all this, but wow.
Not eating this by yourself. Did I lose any? No? No way. Am I doing this without... Oh, don't jinx it. Oh! Yep. And...
Half a kilo of
From
fried.
In the UK, you can get buckets in 3 sizes. You can get a 6-piece, you can get a 10-piece, or you can get a 14-piece.
Great production there. That carpet needs to be cleaned.
Eight piece.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
12 piece. This is... I can't even dump it. Yo. Look how much chicken this is. Oh my god, what a mess.
That's 36 pieces of fried chicken right there. How many? That's nearly 10 whole chickens, dead chickens, just lying on the. And this is and I should have mentioned this in the previous one. This is, look at the amount of animals were just consumed. Like, that's 40 chickens. Let's just be honest. That's like 10 whole I feel like those poor chickens. And just I don't know whether or not this guy has actually ever carried like fried chicken that big before, because I think I do not know what do you suppose is going on in this, like, fuck me, that is just how much does a 16-piece chick? I'm gonna look it up myself. Let's see. $16-piece chicken. $36. That's this is $36. That's like 32.5 pounds. For
close up pan now.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, KFC in the UK doesn't disclose its ingredients, but what we do know is calories. For example, in the UK, a drum is 170 calories.
And in the US, one of these guys for the original recipe is 130 calories. But if you get extra crispy, like this guy right here, it's actually 170.
USA is actually still winning on calories. That's largely thanks to the sides and the drinks. If you were to walk into a UK KFC and order a 3-piece meal and they gave you a drum, a thigh and a wing with a large fries and a large Pepsi, that would come to 1,155 calories.
Our large
That's
fry
like
is
that's like my sort of intake is like about 1,200 calories, but that's counting out things like fiber, like fruit, vegetables, water. I'm absolutely staggered.
930 calories, and our large drink is 380. And if you were to order a 3-piece with a large fry and a large drink in the US, it would be roughly this many calories. The KFC in the US has released its ingredients list. I would like to go over the ingredients of the French fries at the KFC in the US. All right, here we go. Sea salt, monosodium glutamate, maltodextrin, salt, dextrose, vegetable powders, tricalcium phosphate, hydrolyzed soy proteins, spices, soybean oil, natural flavors, potassium chloride, paprika extract, color, turmeric extract, color, potatoes, obviously, vegetable oil. It has soybean oil, canola, cottonseed, and or sunflower. Bleached wheat flour, and it contains 2% or less of rice flour, durum wheat, semolina, durum wheat, semolina. I don't know what that word is. It looks like it's easy, but it's hard.
Semolina, possibly.
Hard to say. Semolina, durum wheat, semolina. There you go. Dextrin, salt, degermed yellow cornmeal. Oh, thank God it's been degermed. Cornstarch, leavings, sodium acid pyrophosphate, sodium bicarbonate, dextrose, again. Xanthan gum, there he is. Annatto extract color, disodium dihydrogen pyrophosphate, in parentheses, to maintain color. Okay, we add so many chemicals to our fries, we add more chemicals to make it look like it doesn't have any chemicals. Thank you, disodium what the f? Yeah, whatever.
Here are some things you can only find on the menu at a UK KFC. So instead of a chicken sandwich, what we call ours is the chicken fillet burger. I think it's pretty much the same thing. It's like breaded and fried chicken between 2 buns with some lettuce and some mayonnaise. We also have something called the Zinger burger, which is pretty much the same thing, but the spice level is amped up a little bit. You can also turn these burgers into a tower burger. What that does is adds cheese and a hash brown to the burger, which in my opinion, very worthwhile addition.
I
have
don't
some stuff-
particularly like the idea of like putting a hash brown in a burger. That just seems like overkill. I mean, it's pretty jam-packed already with just chicken, but I mean, what's this? Mac and cheese, mashed potato. Is that like a meat pie? Is that like chicken kickers like you might find in a Domino's? Corn. Okay, I could dig corn. Corn bread. I think this is corn bread. And I don't know if this is whatever the hell this is, covered in cheese.
Stuff on our KFC, they can't get in the UK. And surprisingly, some things I thought were like kind of like paramount to the KFC menu. Mashed potatoes and gravy. This to me seems like something that has just always been part of KFC along with the chicken. Look at this mashed potatoes, man. It's a tub of mashed potatoes. Okay, let's make a mess. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Put that on the cover of Gravy Aficionado magazine. Another thing I didn't realize you guys don't have, biscuits, or as you call them, scones. This is called a Famous Bowl. It is mashed potatoes and gravy and corn, topped with popcorn chicken, topped with cheese, all in one bowl. Yeah, this thing, I don't think I've ever had one of these because it looks ridiculous.
Now Joe, I'm glad you also think that the Famous Bowl doesn't look that great, because to me that looks like a nightmare. Now we have a slightly different approach to sides in the UK compared to the US. For example, our corn comes on the cob, baked beans. These are slightly different to the regular beans that you might put on toast in the UK. They have kind of a barbecue sauce flavour to them. There's a few other language differences, like instead of chicken tenders, we call ours chicken mini fillets.
Mini fillets, chicken tenders, they look exactly the same. We got those. Yes, they have corn, but we have ours off the cob, which I think is not as good as on the cob. This pile right here, and I know, they do have wings at KFC in the UK, yes I know, but only in the US can you order them by 48. 48 wings. I'm dying right now, man. These smell so good. The pot pie, when I saw pot pie in the menu, I was like, yeah, a little side pot pie. No, dude, this thing is like a puppy. This thing has kind of got some weight to it.
I've got to say, the pot pie actually looks quite good. We love meat pies here in the UK. You'll often see people tucking into like a steak and kidney pie or a chicken pie, but yeah, they should probably put that on the menu over here. I think they'd cash in on the British market.
Let's talk sauces. It's sauce talk.
Sauce talk.
I think that these sauces are also specific only to the US and not the UK. The KFC finger looking good sauce. See that? We also have the summertime barbecue sauce, honey mustard, and of course, buttermilk ranch.
Never had.
There are a few sauces which are exclusive to the UK. For example, we have this spicy supercharger dip, which is kind of like a spicy mayo type thing. We have some sweet chili sauce, garlic mayonnaise, another really good option. Garlic mayo on chips is just fantastic.
Why don't we have those sauces here? Oh man, I want those.
Now usually we'd have even more exclusive menu items to show you, but unfortunately UK KFCs are currently operating with a reduced menu. Here's what you could normally find on the menu at a UK KFC. A vegan burger, the Big Daddy burger,
Never heard of that.
a range of chicken wraps, some rice boxes, onion rings, curry sauce, crush'ems, and a full range of hot drinks, including English breakfast tea.
At the UK, you can get teas, including English breakfast tea. Now, technically, you can't get tea at the KFCs in the US, but you can get something called Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning,
Okay.
which I think is probably pretty close.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly the same as a breakfast tea.
Dude,
Yeah, I'll level with you guys. Mountain Dew hasn't necessarily like kicked off here in the UK. Iron Brew would probably have a better. So Tizer probably would do better in the UK than I think it would elsewhere. But oh my god, I am absolutely, I am almost completely like lost for words. I've never, you know what? About a year ago, I would have looked at this and my jaw would have been on the floor with just drool probably coming out of every hole in my body. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's almost the other way about. I feel like just when you look at all of that, I just don't feel hungry anymore. I feel like I can imagine what it smells like. I can imagine how greasy like everything is. I don't know what to say, ladies and gentlemen, apart from I look at that and I maybe realise that's the person I could have been. I could have been an absolute pig of a man. But you know what? Now that I've had the chance to, I feel like I'm going to be sick. $36 for that 16-piece chicken. But with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, like, oh my god, I have never been so reluctant to even think about food in my I am almost shocked at just that, is because there'll be probably thousands of people from both sides of the Atlantic are having this right now. And I don't want to be mean or anything, ladies and gentlemen, but that's fine. I just don't count me in on that anymore. I'm absolutely never going to go near that. you know what, I'm never going to go back on welfare ever again, and I'm also never going to go near fast food ever again, because I just feel like even just like looking at it, I'm almost rejecting it mentally just to even see it. That's if there's a science behind that, then I think it's like it's not so much like repulsion, but it's rather, I know it. I probably, if I sat down and ate it, it wouldn't be too bad, or I would just, but I just straight up just don't want to. But with that being said, done, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have learned something from this, and I will hope to live you guys again in the next video. Take care. Bye bye for now. It's more like a subliminal message, so to speak.